Hello, my friends, Grand Rising. I hope you all moved your clocks back an hour today. I sure did. I am coming on because I am being called to deliver a message. I just woke up, so don't mind my hair and all the things going on up here. But I just really got a call to leave a message for the collective because I just feel like so many of us we feel like this big, massive transition coming on, right? This big, huge new beginning that's literally right here in the grasp, right here in the grasp, right here in the grasp of what we have been creating in our reality through all of these things we've been moving through and healing and recognizing and remembering within self. And through this process, we've been riding the wave and going with the flow, and at times it can get a little intense. Or we get in this space of what am I creating, right? Or having all these ideas and don't know where to start. And so I feel a really big, huge message from the ancestors that are wanting to connect with any of you who are in this process of knowing that it's time for you to surrender, knowing that a new beginning is on the rise for you, but also know that you are releasing what no longer serves you and have been, and probably will continuously doing so throughout the rest of this year of 2025. We're still in the year of the snake. We are not done yet. Okay, we are not done yet. All right, but we do need to celebrate what we have walked through, what we have moved through, what we have gained, and what we have learned through the process, and how much we've connected back to self and those around us throughout the process as well. And so, yes, this year of the snake has been intense for many, and I've been pushing off doing this reading for a minute because I've been excuses come in nope, I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. I need to focus on self. But I feel I'm being called to send this message out because I feel collectively, my cat's trying to come up here, so I'll just let him. Every time I do a reading, collectively, if you're reading and listening, we're doing a reading. If you're connecting with this message right now, you have felt these very intense, transformative shifts moving through you, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, okay? We have new guides coming in and other guides, taking a step back while we move through this transition. We have guides that work with us from birth, right? But as we move through different cycles, throat chakra healing, as we move through different cycles in our healing journey, different guides come in to work with us and through us and co-create with us on that new journey or expansion we're moving through, right? And so I just had 333 on my timer. I'm gonna pull a couple of cards from the ancestors. I'm probably gonna pull an animal. You guys know me. I love my animal cards, so I'm definitely gonna be pulling a card from there. But I first want to pull some enchanted map cards. This was the first deck that kind of was pick me, pick me. So let's get a message from the collective and from spirit and the ancestors about what is, we know what we're moving away from, right? But we want to know what's in the air right now. What's in the air right now for the collective? I keep clearing my throat. Even in my last video, I was clearing my throat. Very powerful throat chakra activations and codes coming in for the collective. And this is for us to speak our truth, honor our truth, but also to have more clarity in the communication that we are putting out and also what we're receiving, what we're listening to, right? The throat chakra, I've been talking about the throat chakra for a while. I have clarity. collective message. We have the rescue, number 16. That's a beautiful card within itself. The rescue. And I love the water because the water is like this emotional energy. Because if you can see, let me get a little closer. This is her. This is us, right? We've been in this dark tunnel going through this healing journey. We've released all of these emotions, all of these old versions of self. We're in the fall season. I love how the tree is literally the fall colors. But as you can see, it's literally like the release. The release. And here's the spirit guide, the ancestor that I was literally talking about, right? Ready to assist us in this new endeavor, ready to take flight into whatever this new endeavor, true endeavor is. And a lot of us have been moving away from like the things that we thought was what we really loved doing, which we did at the time. But as we move through different transitions and versions of self, there's new opportunities and new realizations. Like I love how there's a telescope there. It's like they wanna show us something, right? Take flight. We're being rescued from this like chaos, beautiful chaos, because what we have been releasing has been beautiful because we've gained so much wisdom from what we've been releasing. But the rescue comes deep because this is a message that we're not alone. We're not alone. We've never been alone throughout this whole process. These new guides coming in, the guides that have already been there the whole time, are here with us to assist us, even with the surrender part. Because even surrendering and just allowing self to move through the process without wanting to take action and do all these things, even that can be hard to just as simple as surrender. Card up. The Bone Collector. I love this card. This is that ancient wise. Right when I say wise, there goes my rooster. That ancient wise version of you is wanting to come through. That ancient wise version of you is ready to come through. And that is what our ancestors are assisting us with. That ancient, wise, intellectual version of you is ready to come through. This is why this release has been so intense and why you probably felt alone in the process, right? But we haven't been alone. Even collectively, we're all moving through different shifts and healing different things in our life in our own way. And that's why I love the collective energy, because yes, we are all going through things in different levels, experiencing things in different levels, but it's a collective energy and rise, or a collective energy in healing, and when we need to go into the stillness to understand in a deeper way. And when we want to show up and be in community, right? It's a collective energy, and we're all riding the wave at our own frequency and in our own way, collecting our own wisdom in our own way. Being authentic to self in our own way. Bottom of the deck, the magical map shifter. Which is beautiful because we make shift happen. And when we take one step I can't remember who told me this quote. It was like a couple of years ago. I was listening to a reader. It's like, when we take one step forward, our ancestors take 1,000 steps forward. So when we connect with self and really know what we want to move through and transform through and heal, and we take action, our ancestors take 1,000 steps when we take one. And I believe that. I believe that, because then we wouldn't have the wisdom. We wouldn't have the wisdom from it. We create our own reality. And I love that this is, where is it? 16, which is 1 plus 6 is a 7. 5 plus 2 is a 7. We got 7, 7 here. You could be seeing number 7, 7. If you want to add the 1, 7, 1, 7. All of that is about ascension, higher spiritual wisdom, connecting with self in a deeper way, a deeper remembrance, spiritual awakening, spiritual guidance, guides coming in, inspiration ideas going out. That is the power of the 7. There's more information about the number 7, and I could talk about the 7 all day. But when I released that card, making a choice, there goes that crossroads with that reading with Hecate I did. There goes that crossroads. No decision is a bad decision, because it always leads us back home. But we are in the process right now of making that choice. Whatever choice that is different for everybody. I mean, I see butterflies going in one door and doves going in another. They both look like powerful pathways. But you're not going to know which one is the right one unless you connect within. And the colder seasons guide us towards that, right? Connecting within, seeing 12:12 on my timer. The colder seasons is that time to go within and connect with self in a deeper way. And also, if you feel called, connecting with community as well. Family, community. I'm gonna leave it there, friends. It looks like we are protected, guided, and assisted through whatever we are moving through. Nope, they're like, what about the animals? Okay. How can I forget? And before I pull out the animals, the animal that has been coming through so heavily for me lately has been the raven. I've talked to a few friends and they've actually connected with that as well. They've been seeing the raven. Even one of my sisters have been seeing the raven. And I love the raven because the raven is all about hidden wisdom, going within, right? Some people are a little afraid of ravens, but I feel like they show us messages and secrets that need to be revealed because they see in all the realms and dimensions. Let's pull an animal card. See what comes through. There's a cat. One of the kitties is out here. And we had Osiris. A cat again could be one of the animals. Stop. Split it in half. Okay, let's see what's going on. The deer with power. I like that. That's Artemis right there. Hecate also works with the deer. Hecate has been coming in so heavily the past couple of months since eclipse season. She has been here in the darker seasons. She's there, but this is definitely Artemis and Hecate energy, but also the full moon energy and the deer. We have the masculine and the feminine energy here, and she's wearing the antlers. That's that wisdom. Even the number 11, that's all about that wisdom, that community, that unity, consciousness. And we're coming into the full moon here in a few days. I feel like that is going to be where a pathway is illuminated. That's just like a guide showing you the correct pathway, right? The correct choice. showing you the correct choice. That's powerful. We have come into balance with our masculine and feminine. Coming into balance with the masculine and the feminine is what's going to assist in making that correct choice. I look crazy. I should have got ready, but I don't give a shit. This message needed to come out so that I can feel free in my day. Damn, split of the deck. Look what I see here. Triantula with connection. And the triantula is that one insect that runs towards the fear, right? The triantula runs towards the fear. This is connection. Connection with self in a deeper way. We have connected with self in a deeper way. Loosening the grip, loosening the traps. Getting out of where we thought we felt stuck. To connect with self in a deeper way. To follow all these cards, Kate, to follow the compass. To follow our blueprint. To follow what our soul truly came here to do. Because it's all divinely guided. Always has been, always will be. We planned a lot of this, guys. Not all the hiccups and stuff that goes through it, but it's like we are so protected and guided, and we've gained so much wisdom because we've taken our power back. And we are ready to walk on this pathway to a deeper connection to self so that we can truly walk a soul-led life. Doing what we actually love to do, right? That's the purpose. Connection with self in a deeper way. Connection with spirit and the divine realm to co-create with us. To connect with the seasons, when to go in stillness in the dark, and when to show up for others who feel like, if you feel like a message needs to go out, or you want to hang out with friends, whatever. Like, know, when you listen to self, you'll know when to go within and when you need to put yourself out there, right? But we've called our power back. We're ready to be guided into this true pathway to ride the wave. Ride the wave. I love this deck. I love it. Now I have to see what cards go to what deck because everything's just coming out from the different decks. But I feel like that's a message to all these ideas and all these opportunities that are going to be coming in for us. And we'll be able to grasp them with more clarity, more discernment, more wisdom, and more excitement and more joy, because we will know when the opportunities and let me slow down. From here on out, we will know in our heart when we are making the right choice. From here on out, we will know from our heart that we are making the right choice. Damn. I love y'all. Hope y'all moved your clocks back an hour so you're not super late or early. What is it? An hour back. So that means we get an hour extra of sleep, I think. Either way, friends, take care of yourself. Thank you for listening. Prepare for this full moon. I am actually holding an 11/11 portal event that's going to be very powerful, that I'm holding with 2 other sisters of mine. I will post another later video about that. If you're interested in going, please watch that. Take your power back, baby. Love y'all. Have a good, beautiful week ahead. Bye.